we have ants. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade ant baits from borax and sugar. These little guys are eating a dead fly. And we followed them all the way along here, and then along here, along the skirting board, through the cupboard, along the skirting board, along behind the fireplace, and then across the carpet. Oh no, up around the archway, down, and then along the skirting board, and then behind my computer desk, and up to the window. Hi there, my name is Sue. If you've not visited my channel before, I talk lots about the carnivore diet, but also other bits and pieces, how to do things in the kitchen, how to make natural stuff, and things that are a bit more healthy than the options that you buy in the shops. So today I'm going to show you how to make simple ant baits out of borax and sugar, and they work really, really well. When we moved into this house about 6 weeks ago, we discovered that we have actually quite a lot of ants, and I think they're living in the walls of the house, and they're little tiny ones, and they were getting into our ninja foodie. and if we leave just a tiny little bit of meat or fat on something, they're in there. So let's get stuck in and I'll show you how. So borax is such a useful thing to have in the house. I use it in the bath, but today I'm going to use it to make ant baits. And so I have this huge container of borax that I keep in my house, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So here I just have a little jar. You can use lids, whatever you want to use. I just mix it up in the jar, keep some in the jar, pop some in the lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of borax into the jar. And then I'm going to get a clean teaspoon. And I am going to add 3 teaspoons of sugar into the jar. So there needs to be enough sugar in here that the ants can't taste the borax. So that's a 3-to-1 recipe, seems to work really well. And then all we do to that is add a little bit of water. So just enough to make it quite liquid, and just give it a good mix. So this and visitors is the only reason that we have sugar in the house these days. But it definitely, and making hairspray. I make my own hairspray out of sugar and water as well. So that's the only things that it actually gets used for. But this is very useful because I would rather use this than use the toxic ant sprays or baits or anything like that. And then what happens is the ants come in for this and half of them drown, but if they get to take it away, they take it away, and it helps to kill the nests off as well. So we've actually had ants in the kitchen here, and we've had ants in the bathroom. So I'm making up a couple of baits, one for the kitchen and one for the bathroom right now. But I'm also going to hunt down some plastic water bottles and make some baits for outside. So all you do there is the same thing, make up your mixture, put it into the bottle, and then you can either just leave the lid off the bottle or cut a hole in it so that the ants can get in, and then put those out in the garden in the traffic zones for the ants. So if you find where their nests are and where they're kind of hanging out and which way they're going, you can put those on their tracks and they will eventually find that. Now what I found having these here in the house is that sometimes, especially in a big jar like this, they won't find it. So if you just dribble a little bit down the side, or just put a little bit on, the windowsill or wherever you're putting it, and then that way they'll find it, and they kind of end up going up and just swarming up into the jar, and you'll get heaps and heaps of ants going in there. Now these will last quite a few days. I can't remember, probably a week or more. Eventually it kind of dehydrates a little bit the water and gels up a bit, and if it gets too many ants in there, I just end up cleaning it out and starting a new one, which is what I'm doing today. So I'm going to put a little bit of this into this lid as well, and I'm going to put the lid here in the kitchen and the jar probably in the bathroom, and So that way I've got 2 ant baits that work really well for ants. Because we do get a few ants floating around here in the bathroom. They tend to go backwards and forwards over the vanity. So I've just dripped a little bit down there. Just it makes it sticky underneath, so you need to wipe it later. But that'll attract them and they'll be in that jar in no time. Making your own borax and sugar ant baits is as easy as that. If you've got any questions or comments, fire away below and I will try and answer those for you. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again another day. Bye for now.